Madison from Round Rock, Texas. She's 24, single, professional, busy, social life, trying to balance life. Here's the question. How do I stay healthy? I love this question. How do I stay healthy without becoming the boring friend who never goes out? Excellent question, Madison, because you're 24 years old. You should be out there living life. You should be enjoying things. You should be exploring. You should be finding yourself. You should be evolving yourself. You should be putting good people around you. You should be mixing it up. You should be out there doing things, connecting with folks. How do you stay healthy without becoming the boring friend? So, like I told Andrew, this is true for everybody. We may have to have the metaphorical funeral for old Madison, even though old Madison's only 24. You're going to have to make some adaptations. First of all, who are you hanging out with? Who do you want to be? These are the questions. You start with who do you want to be. Balance who you are with who you want to be. Let's make sure we find where those two intersect and start moving towards who we want to be and away from who we are without making draconian changes that typically fizzle out, that never last. What's your grand plan? Where do you see yourself in 1, 5, 10, 30 years? You need to think about this stuff. I know you're only 24, but you need to think about this stuff. Have you ever thought about it? Write it down. Just get a pen and paper. Don't put it in a notes app. Get a pen and paper and write this down. This is your current crowd. I'm sorry. Let me back up for a second because this is really important. Write your plan down. Quick and dirty. Don't make an outline. Don't do anything like that. Just scribble and make broad strokes. Like overall, in general, who do you want to be? I don't care about whether you want to be the CEO of a Fortune 500 company, whatever. Just broad strokes about who the person Madison should be in your vision, holistically. And going back to the people with whom you surround yourself, does your current crowd align with where you want to be, with that plan you just wrote down? If not, you're going to have to make some changes. That doesn't mean you cut people out of your life. That means you adjust your social life. Does your work require you to do some people work in industries that actually require them to be social, to go out, to eat, drink, and do stuff. Does your work require you to do a lot of social stuff that you wouldn't ordinarily do? That's a tough one because, we can't just jump up and quit our job because they need us to go to a party on the third Friday of the month to entertain clients. But you can adjust what you do at that party. You don't have to drink. Or you can severely curtail your drinking. Have a glass of wine and then have some water. No one's going to judge you. And if they do, that's on them. That is a them problem, not a you problem. Eat before you go to these things. Or if you can't, if there's a spread there, lean into the protein. Protein has a high satiety factor. It's going to make you full. Don't eat all that junk food. Don't eat all the cookies and the sugary stuff and the carbohydrates. Lean into the protein stuff. That'll fill you up. And you can't eat it as fast. Let's focus on making some of these changes. And you shouldn't live like you're 40 when you're 24. So don't worry about that. These are vastly different people, but you do need to live 24 without putting 40 in a hole. So that's how you make these little adjustments with that. And here's a big thing, and this is tough at your age. Learn how to say no. It's okay to say no to going out once in a while, okay? And I talked about this on a previous episode. Be resolute. Set boundaries. Be able to say no. And understand why you're saying no. And don't be apologetic for saying no. I got to get to bed. I got to get to work. I got to train. Whatever it is. Those are your reasons, and they're valuable to you. Do not apologize for them. Learn how to say no. Anyone with a problem with that isn't someone you need around you anyway. And there's a saying that goes, if I can't trust your no, I won't trust your yes. And that means that genuine yes answers are only meaningful if no is respected. People will kind of try to push you around, okay? Not necessarily that they're being nefarious or malevolent, but they want to do their stuff. But they don't want to be alone, so they want you to do their stuff with them. So set some boundaries. Learn how to say no. Your no will eventually be respected, and it will make your yeses a lot more valuable. Because if you're not honest about your limitations, your commitments that you make will hold no weight. And balancing fitness with a social life, this is about time management. As I mentioned to Andrew, make the time. The time is there. Make the time. And I'll say this once again, if you spend more than 0.0 seconds on your phone, you have time to do something. Give a time and a place for each of your lives, your fitness and your social life. Give a time and a place for each of those, and don't allow the other to interrupt that. So if you have gym time or workout at home time or walking or running or whatever the heck it is you do time, do not let the other overlap or interfere with that. Same thing with your social life. When you do say yes to going out, don't tell people no on that time that in your judgment it will be good for you or beneficial or healthy for you to go out and have a good time. Don't let a hard regimen make you say no to that. Give each other their place and their time. For time management, keep your workout short and focused. You don't have to work out for 60 or 90 minutes. You can get a real good workout in 20 minutes. If you need help, call me. And make good choice. As I kind of mentioned this earlier, make good choices when you do go out. Food and drink, easy on the alcohol, drink water, eat beforehand. If you can't do that and there's food there, lean into the protein, stay away from the sugar and the carbs. There you go. Start there. I hope you had your pen and paper that I told you to get out along with your life plan and write this stuff down. Like I said, I'm here if you need me. Keep after it. Good job. I'm glad you're thinking about this. At 24, you're ahead of the game. I'm glad you're thinking about this.